Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, September 30th, and it's already been a day. Welcome to What's in the Box. It is going to be a beautiful day, beautiful week, but it has already been a week. It's feels like it. It's going to be busy here all week this week. Hopefully here in the store, let's have our fingers crossed for that. But in Crawfordsville in general, we are encroaching on the Motocross of Nations event that we are hosting here in town. That is this weekend. Which means it's going to be crazy here in town. And again, hopefully here for me, because I got front row seats for a lot of the shenanigans that are happening here in town. I've spoke to some of you before already. We even posted some things on our Facebook page that Thursday there's going to be some parking limitations here in town that are going to carry all the way through Friday. And then on Friday, there is no parking on Main or 231 because of a big parade that we're having. And then the parade is also going to be shutting down some of the streets around me, for obvious reasons. So and then that's starting at 5 o'clock. We may be running a little bit later hours. If you want to come by on Friday and see me, let me know. If you want to come early and hang out in the store and watch the parade, just let me know. Again, I mean, I don't have seats. I don't have, availability to host and have a bunch of people in here. But if you want to come say hi and, make some purchases and hang out for a bit, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know, especially if you're going to be planning on staying here for extended hours. Anyway, so that's Friday, and then the race and festivities are happening Saturday and Sunday. So again, we're expecting an influx of people here in town. We will be having special hours on Sunday, this Sunday, to help capture some of the foot traffic that we're hoping that will be coming through town. I will be in Indy doing the Knights Hall event. I know that I've posted and shown you guys this flyer several times, but this Sunday is the Knights Hall, which will be a thing. So I'll be here most of the day, and then Sunday afternoon we will. I'll be back Sunday afternoon, but we'll be open Sunday. My wife will be running the store on Sunday. Sorry, got a little off track there for a second. So anyway, just make sure you check out all the details. I don't want you guys getting here and then being caught off guard, or just having kind of a negative experience this weekend when it should be fun for all ages, right? So again, that is October 5th, and again, this whole weekend is going to be a thing. And then beyond that, we have Lafayette, Indiana, which is just north of us. You take 231 north and hit Lafayette. But there's going to be a Comic-Con at the end of the month. I believe it's the 25th. It's this Saturday, like the last Saturday of the month in the 20s, somewhere in there. That will be that event, and that's usually a pretty good event. A lot of comic book people. They tend to have some guests. Last year they had a couple of the Power Ranger Turbo, I believe, people show up. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, there's usually a lot of comic book guys there. You can find some cool stuff. I know the first year that we did it, somebody had a Spider-Man #1, ASM 129. That was the first time I'd ever seen an ASM 129 in person. I believe he even had a House of Secrets 92. So there can be some heavy hitters there, myself included. But it's a good event. It's a good event. So put it on your calendar. Look it up. Lafayette Comic Con in October. Again, I think it's October 25th. But yeah, so that's the Haps. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. It was a busy weekend for me. It's always a busy weekend for me. It's always busy for me. So today I have I've continued my deep dive into my personal collection. Today I have 3 short boxes worth of stuff that I pulled out. I've set aside some goodies that I will be letting go, specifically, single issues and keys here. But there are some runs and some other goodies in these boxes that you guys should enjoy and possibly, need for your own personal collection. So, yeah. So I guess, should we get into it? You want to get into it? It's been about 6 minutes. It's about my standard spiel time. So starting off, this is actually Night Terror number 4. What makes this one significant is they did a series of blacklight books for the Night Terrors. So if you look, that's Deadman and Batman there. I believe that's even the Question behind him. But the blacklights were super cool. There was even a few misprints where the blacklight was either inverted or it was, the color was off, the color was wrong. And so those were cool. This is not. This is an actual, legit copy. But if you were looking for the blacklight books, I have one. They sold out fairly quickly, kind of hard to find, that kind of deal. I am minimizing my Black Panther stuff. So this was just a fun cover. So this is Black Panther number 30. There's some older Jungle Actions that I am letting go as well. A lot of Killmonger, as you can see. This one, he actually fights the KKK inside of these pages. So the KKK books are always real popular. Go figure, right? Spider-Man stuff. Let's see. Well, that's Immortal Hulk. Let's see. Scotty Young did a book, Twig. This is Twig number 1. I picked up that one, but I didn't complete the rest of the series. So I'm letting go the number 1. Let's see. Just trying to grab some stuff that's significant here. DC Superstars, Flash. So that's kind of a early bronze, late silver book. Let's see here. A whole handful of random Spider-Man kind of symbiote stuff. This is a What If Spider-Man, Spider Shadow. Here is a Toxin number 1. Absolute Carnage number 3. Absolute Carnage number 4. Absolute Carnage number 5. Right? So just a handful of Spider-Man stuff. I had an extra Web of Spider-Man number 32. So don't mind the price on it because that is wrong. That was priced as of 2013. So I've had this in my collection for 12 years. Notice the newsstand in the cover there. So if you're needing was it Craven's Last Hunt, right? Something along those lines. Continuing with, I have some of the Wolverine special covers. I know that they've been requested by somebody, so I'm just showing them off that I got the rest of them. So there's the Blade number 7 with the Silver Surfer homage, Silver Surfer number 4 homage. A bunch of Marvel team-ups. There's some Marvel Tales in here as well. So just random kind of Marvel Tales. So there's 140, that's the first Doc Ock reprint. There's 146, that's the first Electro. 150, I believe that is the first Sinister Six. I actually got a couple of those. I grabbed some random Gambits that I had. So there's a 12 and an annual. So again, just kind of random stuff. When you're collecting stuff for a number of years, again, you just kind of grab stuff that's cool, right? This is actually pretty significant. That's the McFarlane Marvel Tales book, and a lot of people look for those. Here's a 235, which is also a McFarlane cover. So I got a couple of those. Here's a Robin Year One. This was actually kind of like a trade paperback series, right? So if you're a Robin fan, a handful of new Teen Titans, Red Hood and the Outlaws, just a couple of those. A lot of Robin stuff, random Superman stuff that I had grabbed that I thought was neat. Here is a solid chunk. I don't know if anybody's still looking for this series, but All-Star Batman. So this was Scott Snyder, one of my favorite writers, right? That did this series, and I snagged it. I read it. It was kind of cool. Didn't really go anywhere, truth be told. But it's Snyder, and it's Batman, which you can't go wrong with, in my opinion. Here's the other, that's the other Wolverine special covers. That's the Fantastic Four. I grabbed two of these on accident. So this is actually the Fantastic Four #1. That was the homage cover. Again, I grabbed two of those on accident. So, if you need one, if you didn't get one before, it's in there. So that's box #1. Again, just kind of some random things, couple cool things, but we'll get to the better things. Oh my goodness! Again, it's been a day. We got a lot going on. Let's see. Next box. Here's a cool Radioactive Man #1, near pristine condition. Put it in a near mint consideration. Let's see. Let's move this to the back because there's going to be more of those here. I'll get to that stuff here in a second. I grabbed a bunch of early World's Finest. So you Superman and Batman fans, that's obviously a title that grabs both of them. But yeah, so just some early World's Finest stuff. If you're a Superman fan, Batman fan, basically I would kind of started grabbing these when I was seeing them because I thought they were cool. I read them. There's a lot of stuff with like Joker and Lex Luthor, and so I was like, oh, this would be a cool series to grab. And then I realized how deep that rabbit hole goes, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to collect all the World's Finest. Those go way back. Some other cool DC stuff. This is Super Team Family. A few random issues there. That's not a Super Team Family. That's a Batman and Robin. Clearly. Let's see. This is significant. I went through a phase. These books are super difficult to find. I've actually been getting more and more people coming in looking for this character, and I disappoint them every time because again, this is a character they don't really make a lot of new titles for, albeit they just did 2 new titles in the last 2 months. But back issues, hard to find. Cool story arcs, runs, hard to find. And so I decided to let go of mine, and I'm sure that these will go quick. But the character is Hellboy. So, got a chunk of Hellboy stuff. This is actually the comic that comes in the special edition DVD from back in the day. Hellboy Jr. Halloween special. Again, if you're able to see the prices on these are old prices. Again, this is dated. This is a $3, but it's dated 2013. I can guarantee it is not a $3 book anymore. But yeah, so Hellboy Jr. Here's the Corpse. So this is the bigger version of the ones that we just saw. Corpse in the Iron Shoes. Coma, #1 and #2. In the Chapel of Moloch. The Third Wish, #1 and #2. The Island, #2. Crooked Man, number 1. Almost Colossus, number 1. Wake the Devil, which is pretty cool, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So that's a cool series to have. And then Batman, Hellboy, Starboy, or Starman, sorry, number 1 and number 2. So, not a lot of Hellboy, but more than what I have in store at the moment. Again, Hellboy stuff, people are, I think, rediscovering him, trying to read more, find more, etc., etc., and it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I used to find them at half-price books all the time, but you find a lot of the BPRD stuff, which isn't bad. It's in the same vein, but it's not Hellboy, right? It's not that stuff. So, again, if you're a Hellboy fan, just let me know. Here's a chunk of Batman Brave and the Bold. So some older issues, Silver Age issues. That's obviously not a Silver Age issue. That's a 90s issue. But that's pretty cool. Some odd, obscure Batman trade paperbacks. So, this one's all about Bane, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and then Run, Riddler, Run, and then the Blue, the Gray, and the Bat, which is a play on the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Marvel Superheroes, and then a whole big chunk of Alpha Flight. Now, I know that I have some Alpha Flight here. I'm hoping that my stuff will fill in some holes. But Alpha Flight 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 44, 46, 47, 50. Okay. And then this, well, I'll get to that here in a second. 60, 84, and then annual number 1 and number 2. So, again, a lot of Alpha Flight. However, I either wasn't paying attention when I was collecting these, or maybe I was collecting them just because. Alpha Flight number 51. So that's the first Marvel work for Jim Lee, and I have 3 of them. So I know I have a graded one in the case that's actually signed by Jim Lee, but these were actual, loose issues. Again, I have 550 on this, dated from 2017. It is not a 550 book. It is a $20 book now. I know that because I kept one that was in really good shape, and I looked it up, and I was like, okay, well, that's good to know. So anyway, if you're looking for some cool Alpha Flight, and then the Defenders. So I'm giving up my Defenders run here. 25, 76, 77, 78, 79, 109, 112, 13, 16, 20, 21, 122, 125, 127, 33, 47, and 52. So, again, if you need Defenders, I have some Defenders. So, let's see. So that is that short box, okay? And naturally, I tried to save the best for last. So, not that a big chunk of Hellboy and Brave and the Bold and Alpha Flight isn't bad. But I know this is going to be the stuff that people are going to gravitate toward anyway. How about a free comic book day Ultimate Spider-Man number 1? Not bad. How about a real one? Yes, that is a real Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. Great condition. Been hanging on to it for quite some time. I actually released my other Ultimate Spider-Man earlier in the year because I was kind of done with it. But I kept that one, and I kept this one, which is the Marvel Zombies variant cover for number 15. This is an awesome book, awesome cover. I'm kind of hesitant on letting it go, but I know there will be other Spider-Man people out there that will want this and that will appreciate it much more than I. And on the Ultimate Spider-Man vein, see that? I am going to let go of the new current run Ultimate Spider-Man. So here's a free comic book day. But look at that, my friends. Yes, I have a copy of the Black Suit #1 variant. There, I think, were 4 different ones that you could get. Naturally, when I saw it, I was like, Black Suit, duh. And that's what I got. I think the A cover, regular cover, might be as much or a little bit more than the Black Suit, but I could be a little bit wrong. But if you want it, I got it. But again, I'm letting the full run that I collected go. So that was the #1 first print. This is a #1 fourth print. This is a #1 sixth print, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 6, I believe. Yep, 6. There's an 8. There's a 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, and then the 2 incursions. And you can see, like, there for a second, you know, I thought I was grabbing them as they came out, but I know that I sold out of a few of them, so I think I ended up giving away my personal copies there for a second. But that's almost current. And if you're looking for back issues and hard to find issues, especially a #1, I've got one. Here's a chunk of Thunderbolts. If you guys are Thunderbolt fans, Deadpool fans, you'll appreciate this. This was, they just did a foil facsimile of the #1 for this before. I let go of my #1 a few months ago, just because I'm kind of getting over the Deadpool thing. But this is that run, right? So this is a #2, #3, and then 41 and a 44. But this is all that kind of run. That run is notable because that's when Deadpool started finally getting his wisecracks and started being written in a more slapsticky, comedic way. So that's usually the series that everybody wants. Century fans, I have been asked for Century books for a while. This is a #1 rough cut, which is like a director's cut, you know, full of like sketches and behind the scenes and commentary and yada yada yada. But again, if you're looking for Century, I finally have some Century stuff. Mighty Avengers, #1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and then 22 and 23 are part of the connecting covers. 8 Billion Genies, if you guys ever read that series, here's a 2 and an 8. So I missed the #1, and then they were selling out like crazy. I missed the rest of the series, somehow wound up with a 2 and an 8, which I know when I got the 2. Sorry about dropped my box. But the 8 was weird because I know that I was having trouble getting them. Somehow I got an 8. Okay, and then some other fun stuff here. This is stuff that'll be priced and out soon. So this is a Captain America #8. It's kind of a reader copy, but classic cover. Notice the newsstand edition there. Simpsons #1. A lot of Simpsons fans out there. That's the Fantastic Four homage for that cover. But those were extras that I had. Some other stuff I pulled out. Romance books. I know a lot of people are into the romance titles, so there's secret romances. And this is intimate secret romances. Yes, I wonder how intimate they are. This was a whole filler for me. This is Amazing Adventures #11. This is actually when Hank McCoy Beast actually turns furry. So this is when his experiment goes awry and he becomes an actual like hairy beast. So this is a very significant book, especially in X-Men lore. I have a much better copy that I was able to obtain, so I let go of that one. Marvel Premiere number 21, so early Iron Fist appearance. How about the Man Thing number 1? So this is volume 2 series, but it's still a Man Thing number 1, still fairly sought after on that one. This was just a random book that I had. This is a 1966 Captain Marvel, not the DC Captain Marvel, clearly, but just another Captain Marvel. It's an independent title. Let's see, what was it from? I don't think it was Charlton. It's not Marvel or DC, so I don't quite remember that one. This one could pique some people's interest. World Tree number 1. Again, this is one of those books, I just snagged it when I saw it. I kind of liked the premise of it. It is an ongoing series. There is still a monthly being released for World Tree. Kind of a cyberneticist assassin, if I remember correctly. But yeah, World Tree number 1, so that's cool. Manga fans, I forgot that I had this. Ghost in the Shell number 1. So this was a comic book adaptation of one of the most highly or most well-known animes or mangas, Ghost in the Shell. Great movie. Pretty rare book, I guess. So that was cool. That was a neat pickup. That was a nice find. Tomb of Dracula fans. The number 68's already been claimed, but here's a number 51. So notice the early Blade appearance in that one. And again, a number 68. These were out of my personal stuff that I had kept, obviously. And last, but certainly not least, any of you guys might be interested in this one. This is a Mark Spears Monsters number 1 first print Hulk 340 homage cover. I can't talk it up any more than that. But just, this is a hot book, hot series. I thought about grading this one, but truth be told, I think I'm just going to sell it raw. But it's super hot. I mean, the monster stuff, Mark Spears stuff in general, is just flying off the shelves. If you need a first print monsters, I got one. So anyway, so that's what's in the box today. Again, hopefully you enjoyed some of the stuff that I pulled out of my personal collection. I tell people all the time, you think the stuff that I have in the store is cool, you should see what I have at home. Let this kind of be a small snippet of that comment, right? Anyway, so yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day. Hope you guys have a good week. Remember the shenanigans that are going on this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure to watch for details on my Facebook page. We are probably going to be doing a sale this week and or weekend, so follow, keep tuned for those details as well. Got to kind of work out the flyer and talk to my wife and stuff and figure out what's going on. Anyway, have a good day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Excelsior!